Hi Gemini, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol. Gemini, this is going to be a general reading for you for October 2024. And in today's reading, we're going to be doing healing yourself. And I was sort of inspired by someone by the name of Ina Segal. And maybe you've heard of her. She just recently put out some oracle cards, which I'll be using in this reading. But I know Ina Segal, the name, only because in 2020 I had some extensive healing energy work done, distance healing from someone in Australia, and she was reading from a book. And it was a fascinating book. It was all about your body and anything that was going on with your body, and it spoke about, things you needed to heal and emotions that needed to be to heal that were related to that. So very much intuitive healing, and getting back into your body and finding out, how is my body speaking to me? What's it saying? And Ina Segal is this book has been definitely, it's a best, I think it was bestseller for sure, but it's called The Secret Language of the Body. And when everything of your body, and when anything ever goes wrong with my body, anything, I will look it up and I'll say, okay, it gives me an idea of sort of what I'm dealing with, what emotions are coming up. Yeah, so just something small there for you, but I will be using her Heal Yourself Oracle cards in this deck. So I'll be reading from that. I'll pull one Oracle card for you, and that's sort of going to be your overriding energy. And, well, not so much overriding energy. I have another card for that, but it's going to be specifically what we're going to be healing in this reading. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I will also pull 3 cards from Tarot Grand Luxe. And I'm going to, the 3 areas that I'm going to be looking at are going to be what situation, problem, or pattern that you're dealing with right now that's kind of related to this healing card that I've pulled up for you. Also going to look at what's coming up from your shadow or for your healing. And that is something that is definitely going to be driving or impacting the situation that you're sitting in right now. And so we're going to be doing some shadow work in part 2. And if you're unfamiliar with shadow work, I've left a really good video for you in my description box below. It's called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work. And it really is about facing your own shadow and how to do it. And it's taken from my other channel called Carol Cares, Carol with an E. And you'll find it on there along with some other really good videos that I will recommend to you at the end as well from that channel. And then I'm going to ask for some advice from the tarot as to how you can begin to, start to heal whatever it is that's sitting in your shadow that's impacting the situation you're sitting in right now. So I do also want to say that I am offering personal readings, and so I will put a link to that in my description box and also in the comment section. And, there's a list of about 5 or 6 readings that you can look at and choose one, different prices. And it'll bring you onto my website, the link. And I have a website for Carol Cares. And you can choose a reading there. All right. And yeah, so I think we can get started. So I'm going to set up your reading here. And we're going to select, first of all, a healing card for you from Ina's deck. Just one card. And so far it's been good. It's just been spitting out one card for me. And you have, 21, healing. So, and I'm going to read to you the main quote also. I'll be putting it on the screen, the main quote for this particular card, and I'll read to you. So maybe we'll do that right now, and then I'll choose the cards that go with it. So 21 is healing. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down. Look within and make important changes. That's the main title for this card. If you are experiencing stress, feel overwhelmed, are suffering ailments in your body, or feel exhausted and depressed, It means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Your body wants you to start treating it in a more loving manner and listening to the messages it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time. It's a process. Your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. And your inner wisdom is your intuition. And in order to get in touch with your intuition, you need to be in your body. And so I wouldn't be surprised if some feminine cards come out, like the Queen, feminine aspect of yourself. And this book right here, she just explained everything what this book is about right here. Whenever you have ailments, your body is speaking to you all the time. And so one of the playlists that I will definitely provide you with at the end, and I'll do that with every reading this month, is because we're talking about healing yourself, right? And so really listening to your body, go inwards, grounding into your body, and that's why I really talk about that a lot on this video, on this healing channel. But one of the plays I'm going to give you is how to ground yourself. And one of the most important things, there were 2 things I had to learn on my own intensive healing journey that I'm still on and always will be on, is learning how to ground into my body so I can feel what's coming up for me to heal, and also to journal from my emotions that are coming up. And those 2 have been my main tools and my saving grace throughout my healing my own complex trauma. And I work with a life coach as well. I've been with her for about 7.5 years. So let's look at what message your body's trying to communicate to you, because this is about healing right here. So illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within, and make important changes. So there really is a real call for you this month, Gemini, to learn how to ground yourself and listen to what your body is saying, especially if you're dealing with a particular illness. And it could be something like a cold that can be telling you something, right? And it's in that book, actually. So the other thing I want to talk about before we begin is this overriding energy before I pull your cards, because I forgot to do it in my last reading and I don't want to forget again. I'll pull an oracle card for you at the end. Seven of Wands is an overriding energy for you, because in 2024 I did your yearly reading and I pulled 12 cards in that reading. And so I pulled your October card, and your October card is the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands talks about, it's a card of feeling very lonely on this journey and not getting the support, the validation that maybe you need and thought you needed. And if it comes in your shadow, which is when you were younger, it's definitely going to tell me that you were not supported and validated when you were younger. So we'll see how that, comes to play right now, where you're not feeling supported or validated. It may come up again somewhere. So in this reading, I'm going to be using the oracle cards. I'm going to be using Tarot Grand Luxe. I said that, I believe, already. And then I'll clarify it with Tarot Vintage, and I'll be pulling a spirit animal oracle card for you. So let's get going here, and I'm gonna ask Tarot right now. I've pre-shuffled these. I'm gonna put that back here. It was the Death card. It may come up again. I've pre-shuffled these. So let's start off with Gemini. What situation, problem, pattern, issues coming up for you that you're dealing with right now? So I was gonna 1 card, but it looks like it wants 2 here. So you have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the 3 of Swords in reverse here. Start off with. And then what's coming up from your shadow to heal here? And this particular line is going to have a huge impact on this situation you're dealing with. And that card just fell right out. The Knight of Swords. And what advice does Tarot have for you? 1 card, please. Too many cards, so I got to put them all back in, because I will be clarifying them. So try that again. 1 card, please. Okay. Oh, okay. Wanted 2. I'll deal with 2. The High Priestess and the Fool. Said, you don't want all those cards? I'm going to give you 2. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. And this is going to be the Tarot Vintage. It's a newer deck that I've acquired. I know it's been out for a bit, but it's just, I like it. I like how it's a bit small. I wanted a bigger card, but that's okay. But it shuffles well, and it really shuffles well. So, and they don't stick together. All right, let's clarify the 7 of Coins and the 3 of Swords here. So 2 to 3 cards here for clarification. So you got the 4 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the World card. And for this Knight of Swords, please. How about 2 to 3 cards for that one? Oh, gave me a few too many, but I think I'll take them. All right, you got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight beside a knight. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. There's our queen. I knew that there'd be a queen coming out. We're talking about healing here. There's always a queen. Devil. Dealing with emotions. 10 of Cups. Emotions. The 8 of Pentacles here. Oh, the Devil card did come out. Remember I told you it tried to come out, and it came out, tried to come out with these, the Tarot Grand Lux. Came back out for us. Okay, so the High Priestess and the Fool. Can I have 2 to 3 cards to clarify that? Ooh. Death card. Or was it the Death card? Maybe it was the Death card. It was the Death card. It wasn't the Devil. Yeah, it was the Death card. 1 or 2 more here. And 1 more. Okay. You have the 10 of Wands, and then you have the 4 of Swords right behind it. 10 of Wands is in reverse. And then I'll pull a oracle card for you, spirit animal, at the end. So we've read about your healing card. What message does the body want to communicate to you? So what situation are you sitting in right now, Gemini? We have the 7 of Coins, which is the 7 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords behind it. They're both difficult cards, I'm going to be honest with you. So the 7 of Pentacles, first of all, in reverse, and this is an individual where she's collected her entire life. She's her job was to collect coins, pick these coins off the tree, right? So she's been doing it for years. You know, you may be doing a job. You could be referred to a job you've been doing, something you've been doing for years. If not, it's just kind of that feeling of, is this everything to life? Is this it? Because it's in reverse here. So it really tells me it's a card of when it's in reverse, it's like, is this it? And you're just like, you're giving up. Like, I want to give up. I'm so freaking tired of this. Maybe it's the healing. It's the pain, right? Because this is in reverse, this 3 of Swords here. And the 3 of Swords is a pain card. And in reverse, it's like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's like this pain has become so overwhelming for you, and you feel like this is it. And you're really seeing no way out of this. And this is where this healing card is coming in for you. Like, to get the healing card, then this is called healing yourself. And there's just like, there's some real healing here that needs to be done for you. And we're going to get to it when we get to this shadow here. Is shadow work, because that's what's important. This is what's happened to you as a child. This is what's happened to you, you know, or an adolescent here. So Gemini, it's really important when I get to this row that you really pay close attention to what I say. because that's what you need to heal. We can get stuck in this place right here where you just give up and you're fed up and you're done. I was there just yesterday, I'm not going to lie to you, where it was just like, I want off this train. And one of the things that my own healing coach that I still have, that my intensive trauma that I've been healing for 7.5 years, with her, she said to me, when you get on this train, when you get on this healing journey, you can't get off. And so it's like there's this part of you that's like, I want to get off this frickin' train. I've had enough. And I was like that yesterday, where it's like, I want to be done. I want to be done with this healing. I'm so fed up. And I was like, well, how do I be done? How do I get off the train? And it's like the only way forward is what I had to do last night, was to grieve. I had to grieve this stuff that was coming up for me to heal. It was loneliness again. And I had to grieve that. It was a different level of it. And so, you know, I think that's where you're feeling. It's like, I want off this train. And definitely not feeling supported. And I'm talking about my own loneliness. And sometimes it's because maybe that's what you're feeling here. Because this card can be a card of feeling very much alone, right? That overriding energy we talked about of you not feeling supported, not feeling validated. And yeah, you on this journey, you feel so alone over and over and over again, because you're the only one that can do it. And there's no one that understands you. But what you have to remember is that this loneliness that you're feeling is not about now. If that's what your situation is, it's about when you were lonely as a child, and it's coming up for you now to heal. If we can only remember that, and I had to tell myself that yesterday, that this loneliness is not about now. Even though, you know, I could tell myself that 1,000 times yesterday, but it still felt like it was about now. But because I grieved it today, I don't have that degree of loneliness that I did yesterday. That's how this journey works. And so here you are, because of this pain we talked about. I said how you're just like, you're so done in by it, right? And it's like you're ready to give up, and you're shutting. This is like this individual that's done feeling. I'm done feeling. And you've put the 3 cups in front of you, and it's like, that's it. Cross my arms, I'm done. But the universe is saying, well, no, there's some more here. There's some more emotions here to heal, you know. And it's like there's this offer from the universe. It's like an Ace of Cups that says, you know, but I'm done. And you know, maybe it's just we need to go a little bit deeper here. But I've already been through that emotion. I've dealt with this loneliness over and over and over again. I've dealt with this pain. I'm fed up. You know, I'm done healing. And I kind of not chuckle, but when people tell me they've done all their healing, I healed back in blah, blah, blah. Well, you're never done healing. You're always growing, and you're always, you know, learning more about yourself and healing more and more and more. And here you are behind that card of, you know, being done with your healing, and you have the 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles is very much in an upright position. It's the juggler that's very multitasking and very busy, maybe a lot going on here. And just, you know, see this water in the background. Those are your emotions, up and down and up and down. And that's very much a card of keeping you, that the busyness kind of keeps you distracted and multitasking and just keeping you away from your emotions, keeping you away from healing, you know. And the last card is the World card. And the World card is like, it's a card, it can be of a lot of things, of hope sometimes. And it's right at the end here. And so like, I know you're really fed up here. There's a lot going on, and I can tell that you've just like I said, shut down. So this World card comes in as hope, but I also see it as a card of closure. Kind of a card that says, you know what? We need to put this away. not shove it back down, but we need to get back into our bodies and start to feel what this pain is that you're not wanting to deal with, that you've said, I'm fed up, no more, I'm not taking it, no thanks. We need to look at what that is. And so let's go into the second row here. This is your shadow here. So what's going on here? Well, there's a part of you, it's the Knight of Swords. And you have two knights back right beside each other. Incredible. Because you can't ignore your knights. The knights in my deck, there are 4 of them. They're a part of you. And they're a part of you that wants freedom. We all have this part of ourselves to be free. Just to be freaking free. Different suits here. So this first one is, well, this is your first one. Sorry. This one is the Knight of Swords. And this talks about you wanting to be free. And this is from your shadow when you were younger. To be yourself. To be your authentic self. To just be you. That's what you wanted when you were younger. And you also wanted freedom to have authentic relationships. That's the cups here. But that one's in reverse here. And so, you know, when the knights in general, because they've been fighting all their life, because there's a part of you that has been fighting all your life to be free, to be you, to have the authentic relationships, just to be able to be in your body and do what you want to do and take your life in the direction you wanted to go in. And if you're not allowed to do that, because I said it was an adolescent part of you. And so I want you to imagine like telling an adolescent that, no, you can't do that. Or no, you're not allowed to, you know. And what does an adolescent do? Well, they freaking get angry. And if they're told they're not allowed to get angry, well, then they're going to get depressed, right? So you might be dealing with here some anger and some depression, because the next card that comes up is the Queen, and she's the feminine aspect of ourselves. And we all have a feminine side and a masculine side. The feminine side, and in particular the Queen of Pentacles, that's the side that the Queen is the part of us that lives in our body, that is not afraid to feel our emotions and wants to feel her emotions and wants to live from her body, where we're all supposed to live, right? Our inner guidance, our intuition, and get back into our bodies and start to listen to our bodies. This is what this reading is all about here. But she's in reverse. And so when the feminine aspect of herself is in reverse, she's got anger and she's got hopelessness, you know, and she could go into either of those. I know myself, I tend to go towards, you know, more hopelessness, because I have a hard time getting in touch with my anger. So, you know, if you're someone that can easily get in touch with her anger and shows your anger all the time, maybe in an ungrounded way because it's not healed yet. Well, I'm sitting here thinking, well, that's because it's something that you need to get angry, or you need to get or you're feeling very hopeless, and so you need to sit with that and feel that right now. And you know, you could be angry up here in these cards above here. You know, you could, because you've shut down and I've had enough of this, and you know, there could be a lot of anger here, and you could definitely be swinging in some hopelessness for sure. And then you get your Devil card that comes behind the Queen. And so the Devil card speaks to us normally of our attachments, addictions usually, but it's in your shadow here. So when you're younger. And so this talks to me about attachments and making attachments with people, attachment issues, and maybe some abandonment issues and people. I mean, you did get this card. Here it is right now. It finally comes out for us, where here's this set. The overriding energy is not feeling supported in your life, not feeling validated. If you were not validated and supported when you were younger, and you have these attachment issues because you don't feel like you belong, you don't feel like you matter at all. And, So there's something here in your shadow where you wanted the freedom to be able to make authentic relationships here with people. But if you have this devil card, that tells me that you weren't able to. You didn't, your caregivers, the people that, raised you, didn't show you what authentic relationships look like, didn't show you how to use your 10 of Cups, this full range of emotions when you were younger. You weren't allowed to experience those full range emotions because they're very, very dangerous. And so in your shadow here, you've pushed all your emotions away. You put them away. And here you are right now, putting them away, right? Not wanting to feel anymore. Because there's some heavy emotions here that are associated with not feeling like you matter, not being able to have the freedom to use your emotions. So maybe you were one of those people when you were younger that tried to show your anger, and boy, were you told to put that away, and don't you ever take that out again. That was me. So I have a hard time getting in touch with my anger because I fear what's going to happen to me if I pull it out, because I was warned when I was younger not to use your anger. And or it could be, like I said, the hopelessness part of it, where if you were told you can't use all your emotions, and if you didn't have the support when you were younger, and people abandoned you and weren't there for you, well, then you're not going to have these full range of emotions, are you? You're going to put them all away, and here they are buried in your shadow. You're being asked here to feel them here, but they're buried so deep, and you did that when you were younger to protect yourself because you couldn't have dealt with these big emotions when you were younger. We can't deal with them, so we bury them, we put them away. Ask a 4, 5, 6-year-old to start to deal with big emotions like shame and grief and anger. They want to show their anger. Anger is a great emotion, brings about change and authenticity, which is what you wanted. So I'm kind of feeling here that maybe it was some kind of anger that you wanted to get out here, and because you weren't able to be you. And then the 8 of Pentacles comes out right at the end here and explains something. The Pentacles has this individual that's doing this job of making these pentacles here, and it's a job that he loves doing. So I'm wondering here if there's something in your shadow, because we have gifts, and we also have like things that we were meant to do in our shadow that are buried, repressed, because you weren't allowed to. Right at the beginning of your shadow is you're not allowed to. You wanted the freedom to be you, to feel and have authentic relationships, and to do what you wanted to do, the job that you wanted to do, the career you were meant to go in. And it's sitting here in your shadow, buried deep. But you got to get at these emotions. You may know what it is that you were meant to do or wanted to do when you were younger. But it's so buried underneath all of these not feeling validated. And it's buried underneath your anger. And it's buried underneath your hopelessness here, where you've shut down. There's so much pain and feeling like, is this everything? Here's the 7 of Pentacles. Is this everything? Maybe this is about a job. Maybe you're sitting in a job right now and it's like, is this it? Is this everything? It's not. Because here's the 8 of Pentacles right here in your shadow for you. But in order to get to it, you got to feel. You got to feel this shit here that you've been carrying around. These emotions, this anger, this hopelessness that you've been carrying around. You got to get angry at people. And I do that with my journaling. The best way to do it is to write letters to these people. Like, for not allowing you the freedom to do what you wanted to do. Like, start off with fuck you. Like, you gotta get those curse words out there and just rage on a page as if you're talking to them, because you're not allowed to get angry, right? But you're gonna do it now. You gotta do it in a real controlled way so that you can get rid of some of this anger out. And that's healing your anger, and get rid of some of that talk, about how you feel so hopeless about the situation that you're sitting in right now. That's what you do, is you journal those emotions. I'm going to leave you with, I haven't even looked at this down here, but I think I know. I'm going to leave you with 2 playlists, and they're my playlists on journaling and grounding, and how to get back into your body so you can start to feel that anger. And then whatever emotion comes up, once you learn how to ground yourself, there's going to be emotions comes up. Grounding is not Zen, by the way. People say, oh, grounding is all Zen. No, it's not. If you learn how to ground yourself properly and get back into your body and sit in stillness with yourself, you're going to have emotions that are going to come up. And then you write from those. You journal from what you're feeling. And that's been my healing for 7.5 years from my own complex trauma. And so what's the advice from the tarot here? I just gave you my advice. But what's the advice? Well, the High Priestess here comes out, and the Fool right behind it. And this is amazing. I love when the Fool comes out, because the Fool tells me that you're just this close. You're so close. It's like you're hanging over the edge. You're so close. What are you so close to? Well, the High Priestess is a feminine card. Getting back to what we talked about, the Queen. So you have 2 feminine cards here. So the feminine side of us, and she's in the Major Arcana, so she's powerful, very powerful. She's the 2nd card here in the Major Arcana, and she's also the feminine card. The feminine energy in the Major Arcana is split into 2. And here's the first part, which is the High Priestess, and the other part is the Empress. So this part is the other quality, feminine quality, which is intuition, our inner guidance. That's what the High Priestess is. You think that you can't get through here, like there's this veil, right? It's so mysterious. People don't realize that they have, every single one of us has this feminine quality. It's our own intuition. It's our own inner guidance. But in order to reach it, you have to get back in your body. So you have to get back and start to feel. You're so close. You're so close to getting there. I mean, I think you're probably feeling it. It's almost like, I got this impression of you like this. You're just ready to burst, because you started off with 2 very painful cards. And it's like it's almost like you're seeing no way out, like you've hit maybe rock bottom, where you're just like, it's so painful for you right now. And this card is saying sometimes you got to get to that pain, the pain that you're feeling when you feel like you, and when I get to that point, I'm at this Fool right here. It's like I have been fighting this and blocking this, and I defend it too. I defend these emotions. I push them down because I don't want to feel them, right? And our ego self doesn't want to feel them. But you're at a point where you're ready to burst. And this is the Fool here, that you're ready to burst. And you're ready to start to feel these painful emotions, because you have no other way to go. The only way out of this is to feel. You have to feel your way out of this. And you have the Death card here. And so what does the Death card mean? Well, the Death card, look at these gruesome bodies here that are this skeletal figures walking over here. This card comes out when it says, unfortunately, there are some people that you need to let go of on this journey, or things that you need to let go of. And I'm wondering if it might be people, because here's this card again, the 7 of Wands, where you're not feeling supported, you're not feeling validated. If we surround ourselves with people that do not validate us or support us when we're on our own healing journey, they will continue to re-traumatize us. Because what they're doing is they are keeping us in the same place that we were when we were younger, believe it or not. And so oftentimes in this journey, you lose people. Because if you're with someone, it could be a partner, an intimate partner, it could be a friend, could be a member of your family of origin, could be even your own children sometimes, where if they don't support you or validate you, you need to let them go and put space in between you and these people. I had to go no contact with my family of origin. I had to, because they were not supporting me and validating me. In fact, they wanted to bring me back down off my pedestal, right? So it's like all I wanted to do was heal. Just let me heal. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't know what was in store for me. I didn't know I had complex trauma. I knew there was something wrong with me. I wanted to heal. And when I decided to do that, and I took my life in that direction, they were all intimidated, or they weren't going to deal with their own stuff. And so if people around you don't become very much threatened by you, because they don't want to touch their own stuff. And so they try to bring you back down where they are. And maybe that's where you are. There's the ten of Wands here. These are the burdens that you've been carrying all your life here. It's time. Look at you. It's totally turned your life upside down here. It totally is ruling your life. These burdens that you are carrying here. These heavy burdens here that you need to heal here. These emotions of anger, these emotions of hopelessness that need to be felt here. And I have videos on that on my other channel, Carol Cares, as well. But like I said, I will leave you with grounding and journaling videos at the end. And here's and the universe wants you to really take some time out now for you. This is time for you. And that's why you have this death card here, because people need to go in your life. You need space. It's time for you. This card can mean taking time out for yourself, this one in particular, but it really is, you know what, it's time to put yourself first. That's what this card is, putting yourself first. It's time to take time out for you, Gemini. This is going to be your month, and maybe it's the beginning of, you know, this new direction that you need to take. This new direction of, you know what, I'm putting me first. I'm putting me first now. I want to heal. I need to put me first. And so let me pull a final card for you. And, you know, I'm just going to go back to what the quote for this healing was: illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within, and make important changes. And that's what you ended with. This is normally a card of slowing down, right? Going within, we talked about that. Here's the going within card right here. And make some changes. Make some changes. There's the death card. It's all right here in the last line. All right. I know there's a card. Here it is. So here's an oracle card for you that we're going to end with, and a spirit animal card. Oh, you have the koala. It's called, a very positive card for you. It's called Spirit Has a Plan. Spirit has a plan. In nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need. And you're chasing around, this distraction would have been this Two of Pentacles here. I talked about that at the beginning. You are being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience the manifestation of your desire. As you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you, and know that you are loved and cherished. Even though you don't feel supported and validated right now, know that, you know, you got people like myself that are sitting here supporting you, Gemini. Get some support, get some help. but there's some real healing that needs to be done, and you're just on the edge of doing this and putting yourself first. Take care, Gemini. I will see you in the middle of October. Bye.